All right, welcome back. It's Breakfast Daily, and the show is interactive. We want to hear from you. All right, so kindly use the hashtag Breakfast Daily if you're watching on our streams. The WhatsApp line is 0550-585-832. I want to say a big thank you to Grey Plus and Skywater for supporting the show. Now, we're going to go into community-focused conversations, and we're going over to Bimbilla. Now, there is a very tragic situation that has taken place there. A vehicle traveling from Accra to Bimbilla. There's been a robbery, and there's been some loss of life. Let's take a look at this report, and we'll come back and continue.
Armed robbery cases in Bimbilla in the Nanumba North municipality in the northern region is gradually becoming alarming. Just in a space of 2 days, two separate robbery incidents have occurred, resulting in people losing their belongings. On Monday evening, traders from Damankung to Bimbilla were allegedly robbed on their way home with all their monies and phones taken away. Just a day after, around 2 a.m. on Wednesday, a bus returning from Accra and heading to Bimbilla was attacked on the same stretch of road. This time, the driver of the bus was shot and killed instantly. It was a very solemn mood in Bimbilla town when the news got to town. Citi News got to the police station in the morning to ascertain the actual situation. The police were still taking the statement from the brother of the deceased, who incidentally was in the bus when the situation occurred. Citi News later interacted with the brother, who says the deceased was driving when the robbers attacked.
We're from Accra coming back to Bimbilla. Just after Bunacha, going to Citi, we saw two vehicles parked in front of us. So my brother was driving. Immediately he saw them, he realized that they were armed robbers. So he said, "Oh, we have been attacked." He tried to stop. Immediately he stopped, then two of them were running towards us. Before he applied the handbrake and stopped, one of them shot him on his chest. He fell on the engine seat. And then they came and then removed all of us down, removed all the money, took whatever was with him, and then they left.
Mate to the driver also narrates how a report about the incident to some police personnel on patrol on the stretch did not receive the needed attention.
There's about 5 or 6 barriers between the road to Bimbilla, between that territory to Bimbilla. When sighting happening, we approached them so many barriers. None of them didn't came to our aid and see what is happened to us. And most of the point, the driver was there in the car. We even came to a certain barrier, and the police was expecting us to give him 1 seat or 2 seats.
The MCE for Bimbilla, Honorable Abdullah Yakub, said his outfit is taking measures to curb the situation. He said there is going to be a joint meeting with other sister districts to tackle the occurrence.
There was an incident in Nanumba South where traders were robbed of their monies and their belongings. And as I speak now, we are intending to hold a joint MUSEC meeting of Bimbilla, Wulensi, Pandai, and Nkwanta North for us to put in strategies to be able to solve this. But in the interim, what we intend doing is that the vehicles that are leaving Accra to Bimbilla should leave in the morning. By 7 o'clock, all Bimbilla bound vehicles should leave Accra. We will not allow them to load after 10 o'clock, such that they will travel over the night.
Residents are calling on the police to institute patrols on the road. Some residents said the issue of the herdsmen, in some instances, perpetuating such acts in the area is becoming too much, and call on the police and other stakeholders to act swiftly. The body of the deceased has since been released for burial.
All right, so that's the very unfortunate incident has happened over there, and we really need to have our security outfit, on top of these issues. From where I sit, there's a couple of things that of immediate concern. This is not the first robbery that took place. There had been some other robbery that had taken place. Okay, my question is, when any robbery takes place, what's the police immediate reaction to the situation? Do you see? Because I think that intelligence and security are tied.
Yeah.
You pick up intelligence in order to effect security, right? So when there's a robbery that's taking place, my thinking is that already there's some intelligence work that should be going on that says that this thing is not a one-time thing that is happening. There's likely to be a repeat of this. What does it mean? Do we deploy immediately? How do we even deploy? Because if you heard what one of the passengers was saying, that they had approached a number of checkpoints.
Mate to the
driver, a number of checkpoints, and nobody was responding. The police.
I think David, let's talk to Alabira, and come back and then discuss this further.
Okay.
So we've been joined by our Northern Regional Correspondent, Mohammed Alabira. Thank you very much for your time, Alabira.
Thank you, Alia.
Right, so just let's know, where this robbery occurred. Describe the area to us. Is it close to communities? Is it on a very long stretch, where there are no people around, where the road usually won't be busy? What time exactly did this happen? Give us these details, please.
Yeah, thank you so much. Specifically, yesterday's incident, it happened in the Nkwanta North district. Just after Pasa coming, there is a sharp turn over there between Pasa and the next community called Kabule Kura. That was where it happened. And on the Eastern Corridor route, what happened is that between that place to the next community, that small stretch there is not tied. The contractor has not worked on that stretch. So usually from the DCE for Pasa and the police over there, they said already what they know is that usually the accident happens within that stretch. But this particular one happened on the tie route.
Okay.
Just before the anti section of the road. So it was even a surprise to the police and the DCE for Pasa that it happened at that section. To them, what they know is that usually it is the anti portion that the robbers normally tackle. This one, it was a very sad situation. It happened around 2 a.m. in the night. Usually, buses from Bimbilla in Accra, they leave Accra late in the evening, around 3 or 4. To get to Bimbilla sometime at dawn or early morning, around 6 a.m. that the buses come to Bimbilla. So usually this makes them target for robbers. They know that, around this time, Bimbilla bus or something will still be coming on the way. So let's wait for them. That is usually what happens. So yesterday, when I had the interaction with the MCE for Bimbilla, he said, no, immediately, something has to be done. That the buses now leave Accra around this time, 6 a.m., 7 a.m., thereabout. Said that when they are coming, at least they will get to Bimbilla by 7 p.m. or 6 p.m. So that everybody will be safe. This thing is serious, madam.
Right. How is security like, on the stretch? How many police barriers do we have? How visible will police be on this road?
Yes. This was another challenge that going through the stretch that we saw. From that stretch, from where the incident happened through to Bimbilla, there were about 5 checkpoints on the road. But where specifically the thing happened, actually, my surprise was that because we contact DCE, I was the name, Pasa DCE and the city said they know that this thing usually, this is where it usually happens. but they have not put anything in place there. I was thinking that since they know that this is the usual place, maybe things happen, they should have, put a checkpoint there. But they also made a point that that stretch, there is no street lights over there. So when they come there, there's going to be another challenge. And again, the police complain of movement, that they have no logistics or vehicle for them to move. And then personnel too is another challenge for the police. So for them to put 24-hour checkpoints at the place is a challenge for them. So from that point to Bimbilla, about 5 checkpoints are there, madam.
Right. So now, can you tell us the mood, among drivers who ply this route and commuters as well?
Yes, the mood was actually a very solemn one. What they are saying is that they also brought into the idea by the MPE that passenger cars should now be driven early in Accra for camp. They welcome that idea, saying that if this happens, then it will help them. Again, what they were saying is that they were asking for the police to institute patrol teams on the road. All the time, the police should be on the road. They made a complaint that anytime they make a report of any incident of this kind to the police, it takes them time to come. Yes, this is so because, like I said earlier, vehicle movement or vehicle for the police is a serious challenge here. Recently they've been given motorbikes, but as you and I know, it's not sufficient for the police. So the people are saying that if police could ensure patrol, 24-hour patrol on that stretch, it will help them. What also happened is that there are districts there. From Kontan North, you come to Nanumba South district before Nanumba North, that's Bimbilla district. So these 3 districts, plus Pandai, because they all use that stretch, Pandai, Kontan North, Nanumba South, and even Ushago, Yendi, they all use that stretch now. So there is going to be a joint inter-district meeting for them to take a collective decision as to how to combat this incident. Because seriously, madam, is becoming serious here. On Monday evening, there was Sunday was Bimbilla Market Day. So the following day is Market Day for Jamako. And traders from Bimbilla all go there. On that day evening, when they were returning around 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., armed robbers attacked them again on the route.
So
they attacked them again on the route and take all the money from the women on that stretch. Just 24 hours later, this incident also comes.
So, Anabira, am I understanding this correctly? That this is so we were hearing of a couple of robberies in the last couple of days, but it seems from what you're saying that there's almost all the time robbers are taking advantage of the bad road, the dark, areas of the road in the night to rob people. And this is something that has been going on for months and years. Is that true?
Yes, please. It is true. From yesterday, when we visited, when I joined the movement from Bimbilla to visit the crime scene, when we got to Pasa, the Pasa dissect told us that what they know was that usually they always know that such incidents normally happen at the entire route, the entire section of the route. That is where it is usual. So they were also surprised to see that this one actually did not happen on that stretch.
Okay. So, so Mohammed, my challenge with this is I'm not sure why it looks like this has become headlines because of the death of the driver. But otherwise, the robbery seems to have become something that the DISEC has just accepted that that's what it is.
Yes, boss. That is what was what happened, and this one became headline because it happened in the victim happened to be from Bimbilla, and I happened to be there. I actually saw it and brought this one to life. What happened on Sunday? I mean, the Damanko one. That one I didn't hear or see. No one told me about it, so that was why I did not report on that one. But this one, because there were passengers from Bimbilla town. That became known to me, and I had to follow up on that. That was why what happened. But over there, it's like to them, but to the dissect, it's been happening there, but I don't know what they are doing to stop that.
All right.
Right now, Alabira, before you leave us, we heard the brother of the deceased narrating what happened. If you've gotten closer to the family, what do they want? What are they saying? Have they put out any official statement? Where are the remains of the deceased?
Thank you. Actually, you know, the disease or Bimbilla here, we are mostly Muslims. So yesterday, actually, the body was released and it was since been buried. What the family is saying is that, especially the brother, actually something seriously happened. According to them, when they were leaving Bimbilla, when they were leaving Accra in the evening, they carried some motorbikes, about 3 motorbikes they were carrying from Accra to Bimbilla, and around the Supreme Court area, that's along the high street, that a policeman rode motorbike came and stopped them on the road and asked them to bring down all the 3 motorbikes. They did, and that policeman asked the driver, has he got a third driver? He said no. So he told him that what if something happens to you on the way? And he again asked the driver which route he was using. So this thing triggered something to me, and I was following up on that. I even told the MP, and then I even told Mutek about what the brother told me, and actually the brother confirmed this thing in the presence of all of us. So something happened there. The policeman in Accra, who asked them to bring down all the motorbikes that they were carrying, and asked the driver, has he got a third driver? Which route was he using? These were some of the things. So I don't know what the security, because actually it was reported to the security, and they are actually
I think we should leave that, all the speculations and the coincidences to the police. I believe they've started their investigations. So let's leave all that to the police and see what comes out of their investigation. Thank you very much, Alabira.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, so this is it. I mean, I just don't want us to veer off into that.
No, for me, I think it's part of the intelligence gathering, and I am a little bit surprised though that if it wasn't for the death of the driver, robberies have become like, it happens. It's like, this stretch of the road, robberies happen there anyway. So, it's like, it's not a big deal. And so we are rather surprised that it didn't happen at that stretch of the road, but it rather happened on the third road. Yeah. I mean, honestly, we need to do better than that.
We need to.
It's like people are living with this.
I also think that, I mean, if you've used that road,
yeah,
the communities are very, very far apart.
Yes.
And long stretches.
Yes.
And we can't have street lights. I mean, let's be practical. This is Ghana. We can't have street lights lined up right through.
Yeah.
We can't have police barriers all the way. We don't even have the personnel.
Yeah.
And the few of them who are there. So when the gentleman was narrating, the conductor, the mate was narrating the issue that we actually approached some police barriers. They did not do anything about it. The first question that came to mind was, but if they are not equipped to fight situations like this,
many of
they
them,
can't go there with 10 fingers and 10 toes.
If you've ever traveled on this highway, many of them, you'll find that when they are dropped off for their duty, right? So you're taken from the command, you are dropped off at the place, and you don't have a vehicle. You are dropped off, maybe 2 of you, 3 of you, you are dropped off, and then the person goes on, and they drop the next people off, and so on and so forth. So there is no vehicle for you to take action and move from one place to the next. So that's fair. Do you understand? That's fair. For me, my challenge is more of what is the regional or district decision in terms of the Security Council? What is the decision to stem the robberies? Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do, but I also think that sometimes it gets to a point where now we need national attention. So I'm sure a place like
but that national attention means that district has to raise it. Do you get what I'm saying?
But I also think that it would be very unfair, if we conclude that they've not raised it, they've not done that, and now, because what happened for us to establish that accidents or robberies occur here, it means some work has gone into it. Now we know this is what happens in the night, so some kind of intelligence has been gathered, so now we know. And I think that beyond, there's very little that you can do. We talk about education and all other sectors in areas like this. The state has to be deliberate and say that let us look at security in this area. Sometimes it goes beyond the dissect, it goes beyond Rexec. It has to be a national problem.
Oh no!
Does somebody have to die before?
I agree with you 100%. I'm just asking myself
because the thing too is
the decisions have to be taken.
Exactly, because the thing is, now we know the problem. If the people, so the dissect will make sure that yes, we need police visibility. We need this, we need that, we need that. But what tools are they going there with?
Yeah, but I think that even beyond
about that,
even beyond the police, there has to also be a decision by the district to say, listen, the transport unions gather around the table. This is what we are deciding moving forward. You cannot leave Accra after a certain point in time.
Exactly.
Do you understand? I mean, those are, for me, that's what I'm thinking. It's like a broad security measure that's put in place to make sure that we stem the robberies. Because it doesn't make any sense. People go and market women go and struggle, and then only to have their things. It's like you don't know, as I'm going today, we may or may not be robbed. What kind of living is that?
And for me, my concern is sometimes we have broad daylight robberies. And we should not think that these robbers are, in quote, stupid, because they also gather their information. They also have their intelligence, before they embark on these operations. Sometimes you find the robbers carrying sophisticated weapon better than what the police is using.
Well, we have the MCE, Honorable Abdullahi Yakub, joining us on the line. Honorable, good morning.
Good morning, please.
Yes, welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Thank you.
Honorable, this situation has come to us here, and it's very disturbing. First of all, the driver who has lost his life, and then also to find out that robberies, it looks as though this is not just a one-time situation, that robberies have been ongoing for some time now. What is your office aware of?
Well, I want to put on record that the robberies that happened did not happen within my municipality.
Okay.
Except that the victims are from my municipality.
Okay.
On Monday, market women were robbed of their money and belongings in the Nanumba South district.
Okay.
That is between a village called Moba and then Binda.
Okay.
Yesterday, a Bimbilla bomb bus from Accra was attacked around Kasa, a village after Kasa, towards Bimbilla. The driver was shot in the process and he lost his life.
Okay.
And we are gathering some intelligence, like there must have been some tip-off from Accra, indicating that the vehicle was having money on the driver and market, and someone, a woman from Zabungu, who had sold her yams and was carrying plenty of money in the vehicle. Yes. So our NIB are following up, doing some investigation.
Okay.
And that particular enclave, this is about the 5th time armed robbers have attacked, I'm told.
Okay.
And yesterday we went to the crime scene. Then we had a short meeting with the dissect of Nkontanov. And we have agreed that there should, for the meantime, some patrols around that stretch of that stretch where the robberies have been taking place. While the four districts, that's Pandai district, Nanuba South district, Nanuba North district, and Nkontanov district, will hold a joint MUSEC and DISEC meeting
Okay.
to put in strategies.
Okay.
I was having similar problems in my municipality, but I can tell you that for the past 8 months, we've not had the incident of robbery and then kidnapping. That was what was happening. So, if we share our
Honorable, without revealing too much of your detailed security strategies, what sort of things did you, if you can just give us general terms, what sort of things did you do to stem the spate of robberies in Bimbilla particularly?
First, what we did is that we do night patrols.
Okay.
One. And secondly, we have put in place this neighborhood watchdog committee who are being trained to help the security in combating crime.
Okay.
And currently, we also have this military detachment who also does the same patrols with the police. So that has brought down the crime rate in the municipality.
Okay. Okay. Now, I don't know if you can give us a sense of the distance between. I'm sure the robbery took place on the highway in between two towns.
Yes.
What sort of distance between the first the town they had left and the town they were heading to, Pasa? What sort of distance are we talking about? How far were they away from the closest town?
No, in fact, it's just even a walking distance.
Oh, I see.
It's not far, yes, it's not far away from the district capital. That's the Pasa town itself.
Yeah, okay.
The village is called Kabrukra.
Okay.
Kabrukra, I think it's just about 3 kilometers away from Pasa town. So that's where, and that place, the network is not so good.
Okay.
It's a cave.
Okay.
So it's quite far away from Bimbilla.
Yeah.
It's very close to the Pasa township.
Okay. All right. Okay. Honorable, thank you very much. This has been helpful. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we wish you the best.
Thank you very much.
All right. Okay. So I think a number of things have come to light in our conversation with Honorable Abdullahi Yakub, who's the MC for Bimbilla. First of all, the fact that Bimbilla itself experienced this some time back, and they put in certain measures. Yeah. One of the things I love about what he was saying was the neighborhood watchdog thing, because I think it's very, very important to include the people, and when people are on the watch all the time, it drives away, the intentions of robbers, And then this issue that he mentioned is similar to what Alabira was talking about, that in their intelligence gathering, it looks as if there was a tip-off, from Accra, that there was money and other valuables on the bus, and that their route had actually been, it's like had been given advance notice of the route that they were going to use. But from the towns that you were describing, it means they use the Eastern Corridor Road, because when Alabira mentioned that High Street, they were heading towards the Volta area. Then they mentioned Bandai, they mentioned Pasa, they mentioned Nkwanta North, and so on. So it means that that's the Eastern Corridor routes that they used. Yeah. From what he's saying, it looks like the conversation today is going to be between the different districts on that route, to strategize. And he wants to share what Bimbilla did with the rest of them, and if they can adopt those same measures, maybe that should, I think that neighborhood watch is probably one of the easiest and most affordable ways of, running the security in there. Of course, the neighborhood watches will be under the watchful eye of the police, but then you don't need as much investment to set up neighborhood watches as you would have to deploy more police, more weapons, all those kinds of things. Yeah.
But for me, it's fine, but what are they really supposed to be doing? Do you get what the neighborhood watch committee? Yeah. What exactly would their role be? So robbers are coming. Yeah. They know. Because if this is anything to go by, a message has been sent ahead of them.
Yeah.
The people know this is it. Now, the difficulty now will be if truly this is what happened, is coming from a policeman.
Yeah.
If we can't trust the police, you know,
Then
and if
who
a
do we
policeman
trust?
stops you and
Yeah.
asks you, where are you going?
Yeah.
Where are you taking?
Yeah.
You want to believe that this man has my safety
In
in
at
mind,
heart.
you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
and so
yeah.
you give it out. So this is my difficulty.
Yeah.
And so we are discussing this with the police as well.
Yeah.
So if the enemy is within, so
then that's-
whatever, do you get where
yeah,
I'm coming from? So
yeah.
whatever plans we are making, they are taking it out.
Yeah.
So now we are going to have community watch dogs, you know, in this area. This is what they are carrying.
Yeah.
So now, I don't know if you get where
Yeah.
I'm coming from.
No, I
So
do. I do,
better
but
work really needs to go into this.
Yeah.
Now, if police can't even fight the robbers, what exactly are the community watchdog
Yeah.
members fighting?
Well-
What exactly would their role be? Are they just showing up to say that we
Okay.
are around?
Well, you see, the thing is that the value of the neighborhood watch is that there's, you know, thieves.
Yes.
Thieves, anybody who is looking to steal has a number of things going through his
Yeah.
mind. Number one, I need to get away without being caught. That's the primary thing.
Yeah.
So they always hit soft targets.
Yeah.
The harder the target, the less likely they are interested in going there. You see, so when it's a soft target, it's market women and armed people, you know, that kind of thing. That's what's happening on the bus. So for them, it's a soft target.
Yeah.
The people don't even know that we are coming. But what happens is that the neighborhood watch hardens the environment.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? So
we are
it
not,
makes it difficult
so-
for people to operate within that area.
So now we are not dealing with thieves in the community.
Yeah.
Now we are looking at highway robberies.
yeah.
How do we position neighbor? This
Well-
is my question.
Well,
Do you get it?
I guess
Uh-huh.
I guess the meeting.
If, for instance, we are in Adabraka and
Yeah.
all of a sudden we have thieves around,
Yeah,
every
yeah.
now and then somebody is breaking into somebody's home,
Yeah.
somebody is doing this.
separate
Neighborhood
neighborhood
watch
watch, yeah,
committees
yeah.
work for me.
Yeah.
But when it is a highway
Way,
robbery,
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, they have their work cut out for them, you know. But what the MC did mention was that it's literally about 5 minutes away from the next town, you know. So it wasn't as if it was out of town,
Yeah.
you know. So, but he has had success in Bimbilla, and hopefully they can replicate it across some of the other districts, and then prevent this from further happening. I can't imagine what it must be like for the market women, especially traveling, and
yeah.
it's like, today we may or may not be robbed. What kind of living is that? What kind of existence is that?
and the fact that the robbers are also watching us, they are
Yeah.
also listening to
Yeah.
us. So now, if
Yeah.
it is closer to Bimbilla, now we are going to change
We
location.
will change location.
For-
We'll
this
go
is
somewhere
my
else. Yeah.
difficulty.
Yeah.
So we really need to tackle this security issue properly as
Yeah.
a nation.
Yeah. Well,
Anyway.
I think we'll take a quick break. We'll come back and continue with more.